Hi Flosstube! Happy November 21st! How is everybody? It's nice to see you today. I've got a little break in time before I need to take care of some things, so I thought, oh, I've got a chance to do a Flosstube a little earlier than what I was expecting. So you're stuck with me for today. So let's just jump into things. I think I worked on 7 different projects this last go around from mid-October to till now. The first project, and this project will be done this year. It has to be done because I'm going to throw it out the window if I don't. This was supposed to be a really fun project, and I've had nothing but problems with this. It's by Art to Heart, Dilly Dally, Dilly-dallying and lollygagging allowed. And I've had somebody ask me, what is dilly-dallying? And it's just kind of like putzing around, hanging out, you know. And I would say lollygagging because, you know, you just do a little this, do a little that. That's what I love to do. I could just hang out all day long in my own home, minding my own business, doing my own thing, you know. Dilly-dallying. And here's where we are on this project. So we're at the ing and gigging allowed. Like I said, I've started this project 3 times on different fabric. I had problems with the fabric. Then I had a problem where my stitching was off. So that's why I gridded this simple project. Ugh. And this last issue that I've had with this project is see these colors here? There's a yellow, the leaves are green, and this flower, you can't really tell, it's got some orange in it. Well, I stitched all of this up, and I don't know why I wasn't thinking when I stitched it, it was all yellows. Everything was yellow. You couldn't tell anything. So frustrated. So I pulled out from my stash just some greens. I kept this one yellow and then that pink, that larger pink flower, that should also be a giant yellow. And I used the wrong pink on there, or I used a pink on there, and then I'm like, oh, I should have probably, there's a pink over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap, put a yellow over here and keep this, because nobody is going to know. But man, it's been a hassle, this one. And I think I've told you all before, I have so many problems with small, simple projects like this. Large heaven and earth and full coverage projects, I do not have these issues. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, I do want to have this finished by the end of the year. Look at like my big mat here, my cutting mat. And I've got some Zoom calls I'm going to be on next week. And so I think stitching this border will be good for a Zoom call so we can try to continue to get that done. So that's going to be, I think it's the last finish I will have for the year. At least that's the plan. Okay, another project that was worked on is Ye Old Craft Room by Ciro Marchetti. It's a heaven and earth design project. And here's what the project will look like when it's done. It's a doozy. It's a big one. And I am up in this top right corner here. So let me rearrange this a bit. So we've got the wallpaper. I've got this bird done. The tip of his tail is not done. We've got the ribbon done, the start of this hanger, and then the top of this pillow. So you see how it's kind of a quilt pillow. Okay, there we are. Here's the project. So again, here's the bird. You can see that wallpaper in there. That's also got the gridding. Here's the bird. The hanger is starting to come in. Got the ribbon hanging down. And then here's the top of that pillow with the quilt pillow at the top. Yeah. And then this red part in here, I think what that is oops. See the fabric back in that cabinet? I think it's some of that fabric. I think. I'm not exactly sure. But that's where we're at. So the next time I pull this out, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to work on that quilt, or how about trying to work on this weird lady's face, this cameo. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to work on next, but yeah, this one is at 3.01%. Okay, another project here is Sampler 85. And this is by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. This is what it will look like. Kind of a monochromatic piece. And this is my mock-up with the colors that I've chosen in Pattern Keeper. Okay. On this one, I am at 14.5%. So just the top right, top left corner. Yeah, I really like this. This will be pretty when it's done. So nice. 14.5%. Okay, another one that was worked on this last month is, oh, I have it. I've got two different tablets here. I forgot which one I was, this is an Artecy project called Red is Ravishing. The artwork is by Peggy Davis. And I was excited with this one because, so here's where we're at here. This is what it will look like when it's done. And I was able to get into the first, what is this? First poppy down in here, because this up in here, oh man, that is just so much confetti. So it was nice to get some block, a little bit of block coloring in, and then get to what I like to, the focus of those poppies. Here's what this project looks like. So I'm excited I got to that first poppy. But yeah, this is confetti heavy. So the way I do on this is I'll take normally, and I'm at the end of my gridding. So I didn't want to continue over because y'all know me now. I like to grid my projects. So I will start with one and then work a color all the way through, and then start with another and work my way through. And for that day, I was just kind of like petered out with confetti. So I'm like, let's just go clean this up and go over and work on some of the other stuff down in there. So yeah, this is at 15.43%. And I think I said the artist is Peggy Davis. I think she just, Peggy Davis also has some patterns on Stitches So Beautiful. Man, I really like them. And I'm trying not to buy anything. So we'll see how that works out. The next project, oops, darn it, is a Heaven and Earth design piece. This is Mini Evergreen by Tracy Butler. Okay, Heaven and Earth design. And this is, I'm over in here. I was up in this blue flower and kind of just working on her hat, and there was a lot of just fill in. I think I only got maybe 1,200 stitches in on her. I'm gonna keep this one out for the rest of this year to see if I could get a little more progress on her. I'm at 47.12%. And here she is. So coming closer, this blue flower, and there was a lot of just little confetti stitches in here, and then just working these little jewels, I think that's what those are, on her hat, and just kind of slowly working my way down. But yeah, she's at 47.12%. I'd like to get her to 50% by the end of the year. Just it's a good round number. We'll see if that happens. Yeah. Yep. All right. And then my last cross stitch piece is Ottoman Tiles, which is a pattern by Vivian Powers, or the Vivsters on Etsy. This is a mock-up of what this project kind of look like. There we go. And I know a lot of you are doing the various flags for your country. This came out before Vivian did that. Mine is going to look a little different because I'm stitching this as a rectangular piece. I'm not doing those little triangles on the ends, those indentions, and I'm not stitching it in oranges. It's going to have teal colors because I'm not much of an orange person. So, and I couldn't get this into Pattern Keeper, so it's a paper chart. And here's where we are now. I was wanting to get the first page done this year. Not sure if I will be able to get that. The last time I was actually working on this the last few days. So this dark purple was worked on. Was that right? Yeah. And then there were just these little fill-ins there. And then I did these purple little, they're like petals, and the green petals. And then I came up here and I was working on this last night. Yeah, so there's where we are with that. It's a mixed way of stitching this. So anywhere where there's like, and because this here is going to be that 939, kind of like it is here, but because this is also 939, I've done an outline in another, I think it's 917. I think that's, so I did an outline on 917, so you can kind of see, like on this one, what I did. Just so that diamond shape will show up. If it's an outline like this, or like, you know, I'm doing it 2/1 full across. So any outlining that's being done is that, and then the fill-in is 3/1 10th stitch. And I think I've said before, you can't tell the, it's just a faster way for me to get this going. Because I've had this lingering around for a few years, so I'd like to get it, finished. And this little bit right in here, I just ran out of thread, so next time I move my Q-snap and I'm working in this area. I'll fill that in when I get there. So yeah, that's what I worked on for cross stitch. And then I had I was going through some stuff, putting stuff away, and I don't know how I even found this, but I found these loom things that you can knit with, and I've had these for probably 20 years and I never really did anything with it. So I'm like, let's try something different. And I actually happened to find some old yarn that I had in my closet, and because I'm not a knitter or a crochet. I used to crochet a lot, but I ended up getting carpal tunnel, and so I stopped that, and that's when I went back to cross stitch probably 20 years ago. But anyway, I made my first cowl. So I'm so excited. Here we are. Yep. So this was simple and fun, and it turned out pretty cute. So I'm really happy with it, because if my neck and shoulders get cold or my feet get cold, I'm miserable. So I might just wear this down here, because this is my craft area, and it's also where I work. So I work from home, and so it gets chilly down here in my basement. So I'm like, for just a leftover yarn was kind of fun. And when I posted this on Instagram, I have to tell you, you guys were cracking me up, because I had mentioned that my husband had said, don't make me want a hat. And y'all are like, make him a hat. Yeah, make him a hat anyway. Yeah. Serves him right for making fun of me, doesn't it? Okay, so my plans for the rest of this year are to work on the projects that I had not yet met my goals for. So I'm not going to show you those. I'll just show them to you in December when I get to those. And, you know, I'm just kind of figuring out. I think I have, how many projects do I have left of goals? Because there were several projects that I did not end up starting at all. And so I just ditched those. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 projects that I'd like to meet goals for. I know I won't get them all, but you know what? That's okay. That's totally okay. I am planning on doing a plan video for 2025. Kind of do things a little different than I did this year, and I can go into that in that video, but I'd like your opinion, because you know, this year I did the pick from a, you know, I pick a project from my little tin, and you know, whatever 5 or 6 projects I would work on for that month. Not sure, did you guys like that, or was that, or do you not care? You know, because this is what I'm stitching. You probably don't care, but did you enjoy that? Let me know, because I'm just kind of like, I could do it. I don't have to. You know, it's kind of all up to you. Yeah, but I would like your help on something. I'm seriously thinking of starting one of 2 projects for my new year, new start. Okay, I don't have anything for either of these projects yet. I think I would need to, I haven't even looked to see if I have fabric big enough for these. These are both extremely large projects. Extremely large. I showed one my last video. So I want your vote on these. The first one is a Heaven and Earth design. This is called Flowers, Fur, and Feathers by Cyril Marchetti. And you guys know he's one of my favorite artists. That is it. This is just so cool. I know Jessica Stitches. She's a Dutch floss tuber. She started in the middle and came down and has done this fox's face and the deer. And it's fantastic. Yeah, it's just so. So, should I start this one? Or the other one is to vote for is by the Cross Stitch Studio, We're All Right. So the Flowers, Fur, and Feathers one, this project is 350,000 stitches. The artwork is by Cyril Marchetti. I told you that already. This one by the Cross Stitch Studio is 421,000 stitches. And the artist is Abraham Hunter. He's another one of my favorite artists. This is the crop version. If I do end up starting this, I'm going to crop this a little more, just a little here, you know, like maybe a little at the bottom and a little more on the side here, because I do like, and I love these. I think these are columbines. I could be wrong with what those flowers are, but just, you know, can I cut off 50 to 100,000 stitches, you know, by cropping that a little, you know, even a little bit of the tree trunk over there. So let me know what you think, because I'm really torn. I don't know which one I want to start, and I like them both. They're both very unique, and yeah, let me know. Not gonna do the HAED sale. Everybody's talking about the HAED sale and oh, join and join. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I didn't do it this year. This year's I didn't really care for any. There was one with a fox face. That would have been the one I would have done. But I have so many of my own projects that I really want to stitch. I don't want to waste my time. And I don't mean that. No, waste my time. I don't want to focus on something that I don't really particularly care about. So, and to win a pattern for 10 bucks, nope, don't really care. Which, while I'm thinking of it, patterns. There was one project that I did not work on, but I wanted to share with you because it's a project that I'm working on. It's this one, Beautiful Simplicity by Stitching Moon. When I went out to look at these pictures earlier today, Stitching Moon has her designs half off. This is like not quite $5 for a full coverage pattern. And oh man, that's a smoking deal. So go find Stitching Moon and her designs, because she's got some great ones. And a lot of them are from where she lives in Norway. They're pictures that she took. So lastly, I want to do 2 shout outs. I haven't done shout outs in a long time. The first one, I've shouted her out on Instagram, is Lydia from Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. She finished A Place of Her Own. It's a massive piece, and it took her 10 years to do. So I was thinking about how our lives change over time. you know, and 10 years, that's a pretty substantial span of time. You know, you might graduate college or get married, have a kid, get divorced, move countries, move states, you know. And she actually indicated that she was stitching this while they were traveling to different countries. Could you imagine, oh, see this little bit right here? I was in Europe, or we visited Paris that day, and I came home or came back to the hotel and I stitched on this. What a great memory. But please go see her video. She did a finishing a showcase of that piece. And Lydia, congratulations to you. It's just fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. So, all right. And the last one is a new Flosstuber, and she's going gangbusters. She just happened to show up on my feed, and her preview picture caught my eye because it's very bright and colorful. The Flosstuber is HAED from Stitching Down a Rabbit Hole. Oh my gosh, she cracks me up. Cracks me up. Who cares if our fabric is wrinkled? Who cares? You know, or if you left a needle in it. Who cares? She'll throw it. But she does cross stitch. She tells stories about how she's learned different things, and she also does needlepoint. And I love needlepoint. And the picture that she had on the preview is a vintage Bucilla kit, and I stopped the video right there, and went to go look for it. I have an offer from an eBay seller if I buy it. And I really liked it. I love the colors, but I'm also trying not to buy things. So we'll see. But anyway, go check out HAED from Stitching Down a Rabbit Hole. She was hilarious, you know. Don't apologize. Don't apologize that, you know, oh, I zipped something, or don't apologize because it's not ironed. Like I said, you know, I'm the least fancy person in the world, and I'm doing good just to get a few minutes to share my stuff. So yeah, check out HAED. That's what's going on around here. I took the afternoon off because I have a family member who had a major surgery this morning, and I'm waiting for her to get home. And then I'm going to go take care of her this afternoon. So I got off work a little early, and I'm like, oh, while I'm waiting for them to tell me to come, I'll do a Flosstube. So I think, as I think I mentioned, I'm going to do a planning video next week. So hope y'all look forward to that. And if not, because there's plenty others. And I've got a Zoom meet up with some friends next week. Really looking forward to meeting up with those ladies. So, all right. So from Colorado, hope you stay safe. Hope you are well. And we'll chat next time. Thanks, Flosstube. Bye-bye.